Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Tucker, and I am excited to share with you a brief introduction of adaptive gaming. So, my roadmap for this part of the class is to really just share some information about why adaptive gaming is important, a brief introduction on how to get started, and then also where can these resources be found in Connecticut. So the first thing to really kind of start off is Microsoft ran a 2019 Super Bowl commercial that I want to share with you. And I think it really just highlights the importance of adaptive gaming. And oftentimes, individuals can focus assistive technology on specific academic tasks or medical supports, and there's not as much emphasis on recreation. And when we think about who we are as people, and what fills our bucket and makes us really happy, oftentimes it's our hobbies and our recreation. And it's a true disservice to not then acknowledge for individuals how they can access independently their recreation. And so gaming is such an important part of our community and our culture, and providing access to individuals is crucial. So we're going to take 2 minutes and watch this video.
My name is Grover.
Sean. My name is Ian.
I'm Taylor.
My name is Owen, and I am 9.5 years old.
I only have one.
And yeah.
I love video games, my friends, my family, and again video games.
Whenever I play it makes me feel happy.
The fun that you get to have with connecting with your friends.
You make your own rules?
It's his way of interacting with his friends when he can't physically otherwise do it.
When I'm playing with a regular controller, there's some things that don't work for me.
It's difficult for me to use both joysticks and the D-pad at the exact same time.
And it just slowed me down a bunch more while other people were like,
She's never had the freedom to play at the level she knows she could.
I never thought it was unfair. I just thought, hey, this is the way it is and it's not gonna change.
What I like about the adaptive controller is that now everyone can play.
I don't even have to look at the controller and just be like looking at the screen like, hey, yep.
You never want your kid to feel like an outsider or an other.
One of the biggest fears early on is, how will Owen be viewed by the other kids? He's not different when he plays.
It's a little challenging, but that's the whole point of gaming.
I can hit the buttons just as fast as they can.
And I think I can crush my friends.
No matter how your body is or how fast you are, you can play. It's a really good thing to have in this world.
Oh, every single time I get all teary-eyed when I watch this video. But I really do believe Microsoft has taken a huge step forward, and this was from 2019, and they've come a long way. So I will share some of those resources. I am going to focus on Microsoft and the Xbox today, but there are other supports, and you can also provide some compatible adapters to then hook up to other game systems. But really what I want you to think about is just the power of inclusivity and using technology to support and promote equity for all individuals. Now, unfortunately, there is a price limit because it is extra. So that is definitely a limiting factor. However, the fact that it exists is really crucial and amazing. So again, just listening to those kids and how powerful being able to game is for them is really our why, increasing access for anyone to then just be who they are.
My name is Grover.
Sean. My name is Ian.
I'm Taylor.
My name is...
Okay. So how? I took this picture from the Microsoft website, and it really just kind of explains a lot of the built-in supports that are available, or the kind of manufactured supports through Microsoft. So you can see right in the middle here, this is an official Xbox product, and this is an accessible gaming board. And then there are also kind of a variety of accessories. So you saw one boy in the video was using pedal switches. So he was using that with his feet. There's another video that you'll see where an individual is using these tiny little finger switches. There's a lithium battery charge to help with the charge. There's kind of like a portable joystick. And then these are profile buttons. So these are more traditional switches that are also utilized and can be utilized within the adaptive gaming profile. And then also there's kind of modified joysticks. And so some of these were available previously, but now kind of specially programming them really increases access for families and individuals who might not be able to kind of have access to an assistive technology specialist to help set them up. So although there were kind of ways to make gaming accessible previously, this makes it so much more accessible to everyone. And my next slide here, I just kind of, for those of you who are familiar with gaming, just to kind of break down and show kind of how the adaptive controller can work. So you can see it kind of shows on my screen a diagram of the different options. So up here on the top, these are ports where you can then plug in a variety of different switches. So on my previous slide, there's a red and a green switch. There are two kind of finger switches. So those switches can be utilized to plug in on the adaptive controller to then simulate any of these buttons. So for example, if kind of the crosshairs is not working for an individual, you can then also plug in switches to help the individual navigate as well. So again, it really provides this open access for a user to really customize their gaming experience and ensure that they can do what they want to do. So the other piece, kind of this takes it again a step further, which Microsoft publishing this or kind of producing this is really crucial. And Microsoft every year does have an accessibility summit, which is awesome. And they are kind of really providing more accessible resources for even their standard platforms, like their Windows devices and their computers. But this is called a quad stick. And in part 4, your final part of today's or of this week's class, you will be watching a video on how to set up the quad stick, because I do really think kind of getting a little bit into the weeds and learning about how to set up a stick and how to program some of these devices is important to just kind of see like the level of support it can take. And it's much better than it was. So this is a quad stick specifically made for, this is something called a sip and puff. So right here, this particular portion allows you to sip and puff and activate. So again, you'll see a video demonstrating this and the setup, which I think is really helpful to conceptualize it all. And what I also wanted to share, and this is something that I utilize quite a bit, many of these accessible gaming supports are very expensive, and so they can be out of reach for some individuals. And the Makey Makey, although it is $50, this tool can really allow for some fun, accessible gaming at an affordable price. So we're going to take a moment and watch this quick little video on different ways that you can utilize a Makey Makey. So this very easy platform allows you to use alligator clips, and you plug it into any conductive material, and it will then interact with the computer. It simulates an external keyboard. So for example, if you have an individual who can't really utilize the arrow keys, you can then create so many adaptive supports. This is conductive copper tape. So they're demonstrating here the coding program Scratch, which is a pretty cool coding program if you are unfamiliar. So you can create a lot of really cool custom games to then help and support recreation. To think about even adapting music class for an individual. So I really love the Makey Makeys and how flexible and affordable it can be for individuals. So there's a link to the Makey Makey as well. Oh, keeps happening to me. And now finally, where I've shown a lot of different things, but where can we find these resources? And so the main place in Connecticut that I feel like really is at the forefront is NEAT, the New England Assistive Technology Center. They actually have NEAT at Oak Hill, has an adaptive gaming kind of room and support team. And so I included some of these videos here for you. And we are going to watch kind of the accessibility services description of what they provide and how amazing the setup is at NEAT.
No, I'm again.
You made us fall off.
I'm paying for you, Easton.
Jump around.
No! Throw that, Johnny. Not yet.
They are so interested.
Oh, here we go. Hit the jump. Woo!
Look at that. 6 players playing at once with co-op.
Okay, a second.
Get the mushroom.
The Xbox adaptive controller
Yes,
in play.
Easton, you are not beating me. I'll suck your face.
Hi, I am Adam Kozakowski. I'm an Assistive Technology Specialist for NEAT, New England Assistive Technology in Oak Hill Center here in Connecticut. Wasn't that clip awesome? That Play and Learn was delivered to a local school here in Connecticut as a part of NEAT's new gaming accessibility services. In it, 6 gamers simultaneously were able to play Mario Kart 8 all together. Some had disabilities, some did not, and they were able to use the Xbox adaptive controller and a co-pilot play style, and they were all able to play together. This is what inclusive gaming looks like. Gaming accessibility is a growing area of assistive technology, and NEAT is psyched to be able to offer gaming accessibility as a part of its services. It can offer evaluations to gamers with disabilities looking to get back into the game, consultations to game developers to help make their games more accessible, and events such as the workshop in the clip that you just watched. For more information, please check out our website and also follow me on Twitter at NEATWithAdam. And remember, when everyone plays, we all win.
Love that catchphrase. So that is looking at NEAT's assistive technology. And then I just want to show they did have an accessible Mario Kart tournament in 2021. And so here's the teaser, and then I'm going to show kind of video clips from the event.
Here we are, getting ready for the accessible and inclusive Mario Kart tournament. We have 4 screens connected together via LAN, and as you can see, plenty of adaptive controllers to meet basically anyone's needs. All we need now are registrants. So, what are you waiting for? Email us.
And then here's the actual event. Well, trying to make it. Okay. Perfect. Ooh, okay. So that's the end of this video. So as I mentioned in the instructions, if you can please do your 3, 2, 1. So 3 things you learned, 2 questions that you have, and 1 connection. And then you'll move on to part 4, where you will look at the Microsoft Quad Stick. Thank you so much.